Hey guys, I'm here today to share with you Beauty Hero's seasonal makeup discovery featuring 4 full-size products that I'll be using today as I get ready. This selection is available to both Beauty Hero's members as well as non-members for a limited time in celebration of Earth Day and the relaunch of the brand Au Naturale, featuring brand new products and brand new packaging. This brand was founded by Ashley Prange, who formulates her entire line with vegan, organic, and cruelty-free ingredients, including castor seed oil, cocoa seed butter, jojoba oil, and mineral pigments, just to name a few. Ashley operates out of her own manufacturing lab and facility in her hometown of Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is led by her mostly female team. The colors in this selection were chosen by Jeannie as she felt that they were the most universally flattering, and I completely agree with her. I've been testing out these products for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say that I'm really impressed with this line. There are 2 products specifically that stood out to me in terms of performance and application, because I think they're really innovative and I haven't experienced other products quite like them. And I'll go into detail about each of the products as I get ready with them. I've already gone ahead and put on my foundation and a little bit of concealer under my eyes, but that's all I applied. And the first product I'm gonna start with is actually my favorite out of the 4. This is the Super Fine Powder Shadow in the shade Ballet, and it comes in a roller applicator. This rolls on so smoothly, and the more you roll it on, the more pigmented this color becomes. So if you just wanted a sheer wash, I would suggest maybe going over it once or twice. But if I wanted to build it up towards the end, I can just run it over a little bit like that. I love this roll-on applicator because you don't need a brush, and after you're done swiping on as much color as you want, it's so easy to blend out the edges with your fingers. So, like that. The shade is so up my alley, and it's such an easy color for me to wear every day. Blending out eyeshadow is an art that I still haven't mastered, so I really appreciate how easy this application is. Like, look at that. It looks like I used a blending brush and worked on it, but really that was so easy. I've been wearing this eyeshadow every day since I've gotten it in the mail, and I'm pretty sure in every video in my Spring 10 by 10 challenge. In terms of performance, it really is long lasting, because it will still fully be there by the end of the day, which is saying a lot because I no longer use an eyeshadow primer. If anything, it's just the moisturizer that I use in the morning and, you know, when I smudge sunscreen everywhere. So that's about it. I don't use a separate eyeshadow primer, and also I have hooded eyelids, which means that most of the skin of my eyelids, it gets tucked in there. And with a lot of shadows, they do end up creasing and coming off, but I have not experienced that with this product, so I'm very impressed. So I'm just gonna go and curl my lashes a little bit. The next product that I will be using is, it doesn't say here, this is the Swipe On Essential Eye Pencil in the shade Cocoa. I like to add just a little bit right here at the ends of my eyes. My eyes are uneven, so I do have to stop once in a while, open them, and make sure that it doesn't look too ridiculous. It's very creamy and goes on smoothly. I found that when I apply too much, it does end up smudging here, right here in my under eye area. And that's usually the case with me whenever I use a creamy eye pencil. So that's not like a big disappointment or anything. It's kind of expected for me. And that's just the case with me whether I'm using a cleanly formulated product or not. I really love that Jeannie chose a brown color instead of a black, because I feel like the brown is way more subtle, especially the way that it plays with the other 3 colors in this selection. Oh, and there's also a sponge tip at the end of this in case you wanted to smudge it out, like if you've applied too much or if you wanted a more smoky look. But I don't use this all the time. I just try to be light-handed during my first application, but because of the sponge tip, like, it is, the whole process is a bit more forgiving for me. The third product is actually my second favorite. Oh, well, that's a tough one because the product I'm going to show you after this one is also my second favorite. So I would say this and the product I'll show you next, they're tied as my second favorite product in this line. So this is the powder blush in the shade Pink Champagne, and it comes in this pump dispenser. I thought this was so cool because I've never owned a powder blush that came in a pump. I've read that you can just pump this directly onto your brush, but I haven't tried it that way and I don't want to end up overdoing it. So what I like to do is to just pump a little bit on the back of my hand, not even a full pump. The first time I tried it, I pumped too much. You know, you can always get more if you need it versus like trying to put this back in there. So then I like to take my finger and then just put some on my cheeks like that. This color is so pretty. And then I like to take a brush and then just blend it out like that. This color is very similar to NARS Orgasm, which is actually the first blush that I ever owned, like my first high-end blush I ever owned when I started wearing makeup sometime in college. And so it's very nostalgic for me. But yeah, if you guys can see, there's little hints of gold in the pink, and I think it's so beautiful. For me, a little goes a long way, so I feel like this is going to last me a really long time. And I like that it's in powder form, so I always feel a little bit more of an urgency to use up products when they're cream or liquid. So yeah, I'm really happy that this is in powder form. I actually think that the way this blush shows up on my skin is more pigmented than Orgasm, because I remember when I used to wear Orgasm and I've worn it for so long that even though it has been a while since I used that product, it's an unforgettable one for me. But I remember seeing it on other people and just thinking that it looked a lot more vibrant on their skin tone. And for me, no matter how much I put on, it didn't show up quite the way that I wanted it to. But this actually shows up exactly like I would expect it by looking at it from the packaging. So that's one thing to note. So the last product, which is tied as my second favorite in this line, along with that powder blush, is the Sustain Lip Stain. And this is in the shade Hero. Oh, okay, this just clicked in my head, but it's written SU/stain, but I wonder if it's supposed to be like sustain. Oh my gosh, is that how you pronounce it? Sustain, not sustain? Okay. I learned that this lip stain meets a certain standard, the NSF/ANSI 305 USDA organic standard, which apparently is very hard to do when it comes to makeup. This color was originally called Berry, but after Jeannie discovered it and fell in love with it, they renamed it Hero. And it's this really beautiful berry color. I love that this can be worn sheer. So if I wanted to wear it more sheer, I'd swipe it on my bottom lip and then do that and just kind of smudge it out with my fingers. And this is what I like to do for more of an everyday look. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. This smells so good. It smells just like a Now and Later. This candy from childhood that I used to eat a ton of, and then they would get stuck in my braces and like on my molars, and then I would always get in trouble from my dentist, but I'd still eat them anyway. And as soon as I made that connection, I had Brandon sniff it and he was like, yes, it totally smells like a Now and Later. So let me show you how opaque this can actually look. So if you wanted like a full-on bold lip, this has got you covered. I think this would be such a pretty color for the fall or winter, or like on a special night out. I do want to point out that I was expecting it to be a true lip stain, and when I think of a lip stain, I think of something that you put on in the morning and you give it some time to set, and then you can just, you know, kiss the back of your hand and nothing will come off. But it's not the case with this. You do have to be careful because it will rub off. I mean, I just put it on right now and that's what it looks like. But in the past, when I have tested it out, I did give it some time and it still came off my lips. So the prices of these products range from $15 to $25, and the value of all 4 products in this set is $87, 87 US dollars. Like I mentioned earlier, this collection will be available to both Beauty Heroes members and non-members until it sells out. The cost is $45 for non-members, and members get 15% off of that, which comes out to $38.25, and I highly recommend this selection. And it's cool because, you know, if signing up for Beauty Heroes is something that's out of your budget and it can be a little intimidating to sign up for 3 months, I think the seasonal makeup discoveries, or when they have the holiday sets, it's a really nice way to experience Beauty Heroes just for that one-time only thing. And so yeah, I highly recommend this selection. One last thing I want to mention is this initiative called the Clean Beauty Revolution, led by the founder Ashley. And basically, if you sign a petition, it says your voice will support new legislation to empower and require the FDA to review the safety of ingredients in our cosmetics and personal care products. So I will leave a link down below for you guys to go to this website and virtually sign the petition. As a thank you for taking action, you will be sent an exclusive code via email to receive this lip stain in the shade Hero for free with any order in the beauty store through May 31st. And this is a $25 value. So this is the final look using the 4 Au Naturale products. I've attempted this like 3 times and each time I dropped something, so yay! Let me know if you have any questions regarding these products, and I will be leaving links in the description box if you wanted to go check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Earth Day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!